What if happiness isn't what you think it is? What if chasing joy, the very thing you believe gives life meaning, is the reason you feel more anxious, more empty, and more restless than ever? You've been told the same story since childhood. Be happy, study hard, get a good job, find love, buy nice things, travel, and you'll be happy. So you work, you buy, you achieve. And sometimes, yes, you feel a rush. The promotion, the vacation, the like on your photo. For a brief moment, it feels real. But the feeling slips away quickly, like water through your hands. And so you run again. You chase another dream, another purchase, another high. And in the quiet moments, the scrolling at midnight, the empty Sundays, the silence after the applause, you feel it, not joy, but a hollow ache. The strange paradox of modern life. The harder you chase happiness, the further it runs. 1. The ancient warnings. Aristotle drew a sharp distinction between hedonia and eudaimonia, flourishing. Pleasure is short-lived, dependent on circumstances. Flourishing comes from purpose, virtue, growth. He warned, those who confuse the two will end up empty. Buddhism echoes this. The Buddha taught that suffering comes from tanha craving, not pain itself, but the endless thirst for more. The moment you cling to happiness, it slips away. Nietzsche was even harsher. He wrote, man does not strive for happiness, only the Englishman does. His point? A life worth living is not one of comfort and smiles, but one of struggle, risk, and creation. Happiness is a byproduct, never the goal. 2. Psychology of the happiness trap. Hedonic treadmill. No matter what you achieve, you quickly return to your baseline. The new phone, the new partner, the new status within weeks. It feels normal. Happiness anxiety. Studies show that the more people pursue happiness as a goal, the more disappointed and lonely they feel. Why? Because every sad day becomes a failure. Every struggle feels like something's wrong with you. Social comparison. In the age of Instagram, your happiness isn't measured by your inner life, but against curated images of others, and you always come up short. 3. Power and culture. Corporations have weaponized this myth. Ads whisper, buy this and you'll be happy. Influencers smile, live like me, and you'll be fulfilled. Even governments frame success as GDP equals happiness. But in truth, it keeps you consuming, scrolling, obeying. If happiness is always just one more purchase away, you'll never stop chasing. And those who profit from your chase will never stop selling. 4. The real cost of chasing happiness. When happiness is the goal, sadness becomes shame. Pain becomes failure. Struggle becomes meaningless. And yet, these are the very experiences that shape growth, depth, and wisdom. A life without suffering isn't just impossible, it would be empty. 5. A different path. Meaning over happiness. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor, wrote in Man's Search for Meaning, happiness cannot be pursued, it must ensue. What he meant, joy is not something you chase. It's a side effect of living with meaning. When you create, when you serve, when you endure hardship for a greater purpose, happiness appears. Not as a goal, but as a companion. So how do we escape the happiness trap? Stop asking, am I happy? Instead, ask, am I growing? Am I living in line with my values? Am I useful to something larger than myself? Redefine pain. Struggle is not an obstacle to happiness. It's the soil where meaning grows. Pain often points to what matters most. Practice presence, mindfulness, philosophy, prayer. All remind us life is happening now. Not in the next achievement, not in the next smile, now. Choose meaning, not mood. Happiness is fickle. Meaning endures. Ask yourself, what would I choose if no one was watching? So let me leave you with this. The more you chase happiness, the more miserable you become. Because happiness was never the goal. The question isn't, how can I be happy? The question is, what is worth suffering for? Answer that, and happiness will find you. If this cracked open something inside you, don't ignore it. Share in the comments. What do you think is more important than happiness? And if you're ready to step beyond the myths, subscribe to The Edge. Because only at the edge of illusion begins the possibility of truth.